We talk a lot about women conquering men's worlds, but not very often we can say that women led a sport, and even more rare that women helped turn into an Olympic discipline. I'm so excited about this episode because it's not just an inspiring story, it's because it's happening right now, and it might be a once in a lifetime moment if you ask me. So I want to ask you today if you have ever heard about this sport called flag football. Probably not. And if you had, good on you. You've been a good sporty friend. But what if I told you that this is the next big women's sport? And that a team with limited resources became world champions and helped push the International Olympic Committee to add it to the Olympics. Crazy, right? So this is the story of Mexico's flag football national team, the Piensa en Oro generation, the team that led the sport to become an Olympic game. Let's start from the beginning. I'm gonna give you some context really quickly of what flag football is. This sport is basically like a baby brother of American football. But instead of tackling, the defensive team pulls a flag from the ball carrier's belt to stop the play, which makes the game safer and more accessible. The first national flag football organization, the National Touch Football League, NTFL, was formed in the 1960s in St. Louis, Missouri in America. And around 1974, there was a tournament that included women's teams for the first time. Later, in 1997, Diane Beruldsen, founder of the American National Women's Flag Football Association, created the International Association of Women's Flag Football. This was basically created to unify leagues, teach the sport, and bring women's flag football to countries where it didn't exist. So it all sounds pretty cool and founded by women too. Fast forward to today, over 20 million people play flag football in more than 100 countries, and half of those people are estimated to be women. So why are women taking over this specific sport? Well, because flag football is safe, so it's a low impact sport, no tackling, that is easy on the joints, something that girls struggle a lot in high impact sports. So that's pretty cool. It's also easy to learn, it is affordable, almost no equipment needed, and socially it builds community, teamwork, friendships, and it's not necessarily from football. It's also accessible, which makes it perfect for schools and countries with small budgets to afford it. And then, of course, nowadays, social media did the rest, and it became more and more popular because of that. You have girls in Japan learning it at schools, girls in Brazil playing barefoot on the beach, girls in Germany forming mixed teams, and girls in Mexico becoming the best in the world. So how did flag football make it to the 2028 Olympic Games? We're getting into it. Flag football entered the LA 28 because three forces align perfectly. And again, I say this doesn't happen any day. And again, I'm saying this is like a once in a lifetime movement. First of all, the NFL, the National Football League in America, pushed it really, really hard. They invested worldwide because the sport is cheap, safe, accessible, and the best way to grow American football internationally. They even founded programs in more than 100 countries. They built youth academies and poured millions into development. So there was a serious investment from the NFL behind the flag football. Another thing is that the International Olympics Committee loves Global Federation backing a sport. So having the NFL had a lot to do with it. Another factor is that women started dominating globally. I think this was the real turning point, because flag football grew faster among women than men, especially in countries like Mexico, Japan, Brazil, France, Germany, and many others. So women's flag football became faster, more technical, more international. And at the 2022 World Games, everything changed. Mexico beat the US, I think 39-6 in front of the Olympic Committee members. That moment, I think, showed the world this is not just an American sport anymore. And another factor is that the Olympics, they're craving for a young, fast, accessible sport. So I think all of these combine at the perfect time because flag football checks every single box. Short games, mixed gender formats, is cheap and easy to organize, and it's safe. So perfect mix for a new sport. And of course, let's not forget that it's TV friendly. It's perfect for schools. So the IOC is prioritizing sports that are youth driven, gender equal, global, exciting to watch. I mean, it was made for them. And flag football fit better than any traditional sports. So it proved itself at 2022 World Games. This was basically its Olympic audition. It had sold out crowds, great TV numbers, more than 20 countries were there, fast and exciting matches, dominant women's competition. So basically, yeah, it was all there for the President Thomas Bach to from the Olympic Committee to just say, yep, we won that sport. You're making a good case. And so that's when the LA 28 put it in the short list. So basically, flag football made it to the Olympics because women made it global. The NFL made it big, and the Olympic Committee wants young, fast, accessible sports. As I was saying, this combination doesn't happen often, and that's why the sport exploded at the perfect moment. And Mexico women's national team is a global powerhouse. Surprise for some. Global medal at the 2022 World Games. Famous 39-6 win over the USA. That moment that changed everything for the sport. And a person that we do need to mention here is Diana Flores. She is the face of global flag football. She is the captain and quarterback of Team Mexico, one of the best players in the world. I'm super proud to say this. She's the first ever NFL flag football ambassador. She is the first global ambassador for Under Armour, which is huge because Under Armour is a big sponsor in the NFL world. And I mean, the NFL is all men dominant, so pretty cool. And her jersey and ball are at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Like, what the heck? So cool. And if she wasn't awesome enough, she appeared at the 2023 Super Bowl commercial that went worldwide viral. And this all matters, or it's all worth sharing, because stories like Diana proves that women can lead a global movement, that flag football belongs to everyone, not just to big countries or big budgets. A sport can go Olympic because of women who carry it. I think it's an amazing story that needs to be shared. I mean, if you're wondering why the IOC chose flag football for LA 28, look at Mexico, look at Diana. Women are carrying the sport. And that's something that honestly I never thought I was gonna get to say in my lifetime. I honestly think that moments like these do not happen overnight. They don't happen every year or every decade or in a lifetime. Globalizing a sport today is almost impossible. But a group of women didn't think that way, and today we celebrate their courage, their bravery, their persistence. When nobody was looking, they were working hard. And I mean, I've never played this sport myself, but I am absolutely want to try it after seeing this story. And honestly, this is the whole point of telling stories like this, to inspire us to dream big, to take risks, and grow the sisterhood, no matter the industry that you're moving around in. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know what you think about this story. Let me know what you think about the legacy that they're building for the future generations. Leave your thoughts in the comments and let's open up the conversation, because this is just getting started. If you'd like to watch more content like this, remember to subscribe, like, and ring the bell to get notified every time there's a new episode. And I'm Dany, your Sporty Friend. I'll see you next time.